Hey, you guys. So today I just want to do a quick little lesson about rounding whole numbers. I know sometimes this can be kind of tricky. So I'm going to show you two different strategies to help you remember how to round. So if you look, my paper, I've already split it into two. Because I'm gonna show you two strategies. So the first one, I'm gonna look over here at my number line. So we're going to use a number line to help us round today. So first thing I need to know with any time I'm rounding is what am I rounding to? So in this number 438, I'm actually going to look at my tens place. So my tens place, remember, you have to know your place values in your periods in order to find that digit. So my tens place. Well, I know if I start all the way to the right, I start with my ones. And after ones, I have my tens. So this 3 is in my tens place. So I'm going to round this 3. Now, to use a number line, what I'm going to need to know first, okay, well, do you want to have to write 438 tick marks on that number line? That would take you forever. So we're going to condense it. So I see 438. If I'm rounding to the nearest 10, well, if I'm rounding, I know that my number, it's either going to round to 430 or it's going to go to 440. So I know that it's going to be between those numbers. So my 3, again, is in my tens place, so it's worth 30. So over here on the far left side of my number line, I'm going to go ahead and label this 430. Then, like I said, if it's going to round up, I know it's going to round up to 440. So if you take a look at your tens place, see 30 and 40. Those are my tens that I'm trying to round to. So now in the middle of my number line, I know about halfway between 430 and 440 is 435. There are 10 digits between the two. And so right in the middle, I'm going to have 435 because 5 comes halfway between 10. So now I need to figure out, okay, my 438, is that going to fall closer to 430 or 440? Well, I have my benchmark number. Benchmark number is just a number that I use to try to figure out where does this fall. So my 435 is my halfway point. So is 438 going to come before or after the 435? The way I'm going to do this, well, if I compare numbers, I see my 4, my 3, and now I have to compare this 8 in this 5. Well, 438, 8 is bigger than 5, so I know it's going to fall closer to 440. And if I wanted to, I could go through and I could do 10 tick marks instead of 438. So I know 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And I know that 438 is going to fall here. Now, if I'm looking on my number line, I'm going to see, okay, 1, 2. It's only 2 away from 440, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 away from 430. So this is closer to 440, so I know this is going to round to 440. So that's one strategy, one way to round numbers. Now, the other way that I can round numbers is by a cool little wrap that I have. So first thing, when I'm looking at this number, I'm going to find your place. We're still going to stick with our tens place. So the first part of our wrap, if you know, We Will Rock You, it's to the same tune as that. So find your place. So we're going to find our place. Again, that tens place. That 3. Find your place. Look next door. Next door, I've got my 8. 5 or more, you raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. So I'm going to stop there for just a second. So I said 5 or more, raise the score. Now that doesn't mean that if this 8 is 5 or more, we're going to make that go up. No, this is what I call a bossy digit. So my 8 is actually going to boss my 3 around. So my 8, let's continue with our wrap. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, you let it rest. So my 8, is it 5 or more or 4 or less? Good. So it is 5 or more. So I'm going to raise the score, not with that 8. I'm going to raise the 3. So this 3, if I'm raising the score, it's going to go up 1. So my 3 is now going to become a 4. So this is what we have so far. I said 4. Find your place, look next door. 5 or more, you raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Look to the right, put zeros in sight. So if I look to the right, so here's my 4. To the right, I had that 8. Now I'm going to make that a 0, put a 0 in sight. But now I didn't say anything about that 4. That's because you're just going to leave it as it is. So look, we came up with the same end goal here. So if you want to remember that rap, I'll do it one time through all the way. Find your place, look next door. 5 or more, you raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Look to the right, put zeros in sight. So those are your 2 strategies. Feel free to play this video as many times as you want. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I hope this helped. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.